What's up, everybody? Crypto Noah back with another video. I had to hurry up and get this one in before I fly to ETH Denver. In this video, we're going to be talking about an infrastructural play around something that's not sexy within the sexy narrative, which is the AI narrative, which has been the strongest narrative for over the past year now. We're going to be doing a fundamental deep dive on a project called Kaito, Tomato, Lido. I don't know how to pronounce it, but you guys get it. We're going to be doing a deep dive on Kaito. We're going to go through the docs. We're going to go through their tokenomics. We're going to go through what problem they're solving. And if you stick around to the end, I'll tell you guys if I'm buying Kaito or not and why. So before we get started, we have to say none of this is financial advice. Consult your financial advisor before making any investment decisions. This video is for your education purposes only. By the way, we released the world's first crypto album. We actually have a song called DYOR. It's pretty cool. You guys should check it out. It's the world's first crypto album. I'm surprised no one's done it. Anyway, let's get straight into the video, starting off with the Kaito docs. All right, so here we are at the Kaito.ai docs. So it says here, attention economy. The currency of life isn't money. It's not time, it's attention. It says here the era of Gen AI has drastically reduced the marginal cost of producing information, increasing its abundance while making it more challenging to filter what's truly worth our time. In this new economy, what's scarce and valuable is the attention that information accrues through clicks, likes, shares, and impressions, representing the flow of value in the trillion-dollar attention economy. Then it goes on to say, yet the attention economy today is broken. Creators produce content, users contribute personal data, brands spend huge amounts on advertising, yet the vast majority of the value flows to platforms. How do we redefine the relationships among creators, users, brands, and platforms? So they're basically talking about how there's a plethora of information, but it's hard to sift through correct information and timely information, right? So they have a few ways as to how they go about tackling this problem. Let's keep reading. All right, so it says why InfoFi, which is info finance. So it says the distribution of attention in today's market is at best inefficient, at worst deeply unfair. So the inefficiency is social media creates echo chambers which led to suboptimal distribution of attention. You have people making content just for clicks. A lot of times it isn't even valid. Platform algorithms may be biased or imperfect, and then algorithm-based attention distribution could be inferior to other alternatives such as market-based systems, which are closer to the source of the truth. The unfairness comes into play when creators only receive a small fraction of the value they generate directly from the platform, right? Users drive the demand that fuels this economy but remain unrewarded for their time and engagement. Platforms not only hoard the majority of the value but also dictate the flow of attention and value without accountability or transparency due to its significant power imbalance. What they're talking about is account suspensions that could be made solely at the platform's discretion, okay? Think pre-pandemic when people were getting canceled for talking about, what they thought the truth was. I'm gonna leave my tinfoil hat off on this one, okay? So this is where MFI comes in, right? And it's supposed to have two major advantages. One is efficiency. So market-based systems have proven to be more effective in bringing the world closer to the source of truth. Case in point, Polymarket's role in the 2024 US election. And then decentralization and fairness. So since market forces are driven by the collective actions of creators and users, this approach also reduces reliance on platform algorithms and facilitates a fair, trustless redistribution of value across the entire internet. So now it goes on to talk about the long tail problem. And this is one of the struggles that info finance has historically faced. As an example, while everyone can have a view on the outcome of the elections, people find it more difficult to form opinions on the majority of long tail topics. For example, is Toyota more popular today than it was 3 months ago? And how has the sentiment towards Solana NFTs shifted in the past week? Now, AI, on the other hand, excels at solving long-tail problems by tokenizing the hard to quantify. So by tokenizing the hard to quantify, it provides valuable reference points that enable the formation of markets. So now, what does AI-powered InfoFi unlock? Attention as an asset. It transforms attention into a quantifiable and valuable resource that can be priced. We're going to go over all these points here and show how they're doing it. Market-driven distribution, which lets markets determine which brands or topics deserve attention. And then democratized participation. So it empowers everyone, creators and users alike, to participate and capture their fair share of value in this inclusive economy. All right, so now we kind of understand the problem. Let's talk about what is Kaito, okay? So it says they're the distribution center of crypto where information, attention, and capital move seamlessly, powered by AI. So they've developed two products within crypto that they're talking about here, and they're scaling their token network to support more use cases, but they have Kaito Pro and Kaito Connect, which both have reached profitability. Okay, so now let's get into the juice of this thing here. So it says They're enabling AI-powered market intelligence. So Kaito Pro is their AI-powered vertical search engine dedicated to crypto, an essential tool for navigating the industry's fragmented, fast-evolving information landscape. By indexing thousands of sources, indexing is like organizing it. Like, you can kind of think of this as the Google of crypto. When you Google something, it has different pages from most important to least, and you have ads as well. That's called indexing. Like, it's basically putting in order what is the most important thing to show based off of what you search. Okay, so they're indexing thousands of sources across social media, governance forums, research, news, podcasts, conference transcripts, and more, and combining this with proprietary search algorithms, semantic large language model capabilities, and real-time analytics. Today, Kaito Pro stands as the leading market intelligence platform that's widely used by majority of crypto teams, researchers, and investors. And here's another thing that they didn't mention, is actually used by a lot of different AI agents. So all these AI agents that's being used, most of them is plugged into the Kaito API, right? So that's what I'm talking about in the beginning of the video. Like, this is an infrastructure project. AI is sexy, but infrastructure is usually not sexy, right? And most of the AI agents and all the different AIs and platforms and projects are plugged into Kaito AI and using them to source their information. Okay, so it makes sense as to why they're profitable. And it says here they're powering more than 500 plus investment, marketing, and growth teams. So you got Axelar, pretty well known, Ando, Eigenlayer, Grayscale, Blockchain Capital, Polygon, Flashbots, Barachain, Chainlink, Pantera, Immutable, Solana, Galaxy, Starknet, DYDX, Mantle. Like, they got some pretty big names on there. All right, and then they have their Kaito Yaps, which is tokenizing attention. So they leverage advanced AI algorithms to extract and interpret rich signals such as social graphs and semantic understanding to quantify attention. Okay, so now Kaito Pro specifically, we kind of covered all three of them, but I just want to nail down on the things that we didn't cover here. So we already talked about the problem, how it's so much information, it's hard to get access to the right information and on time. We already talked about the solution, how they index things from all these various different sources. So the core features: indexing, real-time intelligence, comprehensive features tailored for crypto. So meta search for any ticker topic or train across thousands of premium Web3 sources, sentiment analytics, smart alerts and dashboards, token mindshare, narrative mindshare, catalyst calendar, audio library, AI copilot. Like, this is pretty interesting stuff, right? And this is what it looks like. So you search a ticker, a topic, or a trend for instant insights in seconds across thousands of premium Web3 sources, right? So you search something, looks like they search Lido, and it gives you all the most recent news on Lido. If we go to Yaps, this is where they're helping content creators, platforms, and basically companies, right? They're helping them all make the best decision pretty much and monetize it in the most efficient way. So brands are willing to pay for attention, right? Creators want to improve their influence, and users want to contextualize popularity and follow emerging trends and just the right information. So Yaps uses AI algorithms to basically quantify attention, okay? What this unlocks for creators is that they use their aggregated Yaps as a better proof of influence than the number of followers and total impressions. So basically you can think as Yaps is like street cred on the internet. Like, the more Yaps you have, the more reliable you are, and it has everyone in order. So creators use their daily Yaps as a better feedback loop for real high quality attention. So it's better than just engagements and impressions. Like, it gives you more data as to basically how you're doing. Now, as far as users, consumers use Yaps for high quality content and creative discovery. So instead of just going down your timeline, you're able to look for things that's specific to you, right? You can kind of think of it as ads, like, right? They run ads based off of what you're searching. This is kind of similar to that. And then brands, you have all these brands who are trying to find content creators to push their products that is kind of aligned with what they're already doing. So brands will be able to use Yaps for high quality content and creator discovery, because you have people who buy social media accounts, like put out content just for clicks. Like, there's so many different ways you can use to finagle the system to get more views, but it may not be in the best interest of that company based on how you got those views and who those viewers are. This is supposed to help with that. Okay, now let's dive into the tokenomics, all right? So Kaito is the native token and fundamental building block of the AI-powered InfoFi network. Kaito functions as the primary medium of exchange within the Kaito ecosystem, facilitating seamless transactions and interactions, and then a governance token. 56.67 of Kaito was devoted to community and ecosystem, which I like. Of that, 19.5 will go towards initial and long-term community airdrops and incentives. Now, they already did do an airdrop. I missed that one, but sounds like they're going to be doing more in the future. And I like when it's more than one airdrop, so that way you don't attract a bunch of mercenaries. You want to attract missionaries, okay? Or at least do the best you can. So it talks about where the tokens are going to, and it has a graph here, right? So the foundation got 10%, early backers 8.3, liquidity incentives, so like putting it in pools for market making, right? So you can trade on decentralized exchanges. Long-term creator incentive 7.5, 10% for initial community and ecosystem, 2% went to Binance, 32% for ecosystem and network growth, 25% for core contributors. And it goes on to talk about people who got token allocations will play. Now, for the important part, the token release schedule. Now, as you can see here, we don't have any major unlocks happening until August of this year. So we have a good amount of time, and then after that, it's kind of just going to be a lot more inflationary. Now, if we look at their Twitter, 253,000 followers, and they've been around since May of 2022. I'm not sure if they bought this account or what, but that is a pretty large following. They get pretty good engagement as well, I will say. I'm actually go ahead and give them a follow. And if we look at their Discord, they have almost 23,000 members, which is also good. So now if we go to their Kaito Pro, this is kaito.ai, you hit get started, and they have a few different plans here. And this is it's basically to be able to use the search feature, so get access to the best information fast. You can pay in ETH or just a regular card. And if we go on their yaps, you can see the top yappers down here. So they have 1.34% mind share. They give you the casual versus hardcore, shit poster versus a curator, copy paste versus a creative. And I don't know if you have to like apply, to be able to get featured on here, but it has the top 100, which is pretty cool. These are all people on Twitter, it looks like. And then you have the CT leaderboard. Got Brian Armstrong up near the top, Ben Zoe. So these are actual people. Vitalik on here as well. All right, so for all you guys who stuck around to the end, am I buying this or not, and why? Yes, I am actually. I think AI, is still the top trend, and I think it's going to continue. Like, it's a lot of different use cases. Like, it's AI that's actually doing things. Like right now, in Twitter, for the most part, they're able to, tweet for you and things like that. But the use cases are increasing. And the more it increases, they're going to need to get that data from somewhere. Like, data is like digital oil nowadays, okay? It's more valuable than oil. So if we look here on CoinGecko, you can see right now, the market cap is 416 million, while the FDV is 1.7 billion. So around a quarter of the tokens unlocked, but like we saw on the sheet, the major unlocks won't start until August 25th. So we have plenty of time, and I don't know what's going to happen with this project, but if it doesn't move by the 25th, I will definitely be selling beforehand. And I can see this going to at least a $2 billion market cap if we have an altcoin season. And I would start taking some major profits at a $1 billion market cap, which is a little over a 2x from here. Lastly, guys, if you want to get access to high quality research information like this before I put it online, you want to get access to high quality yield farming content with a group of smart individuals, all with the same mission, trying to make as much money as we can in crypto from a risk adjusted basis, go ahead and click the link in the description, book a free strategy session. But with that, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love every single one of you watching. Go ahead and check out Crypto State of Mind, world's first crypto album. It's great. It's perfect. It's good. As Donald Trump would say. But with that, thank you guys so much. I love every single one of you watching. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care and trade safe.